Cool, this is John from Peach Guitars. I'm here with my good friend Eli from Two Rock Amplifiers. He's going to talk us through a couple of new amps that we're going to be seeing in our store. We've got the traditional clean and the recently announced Bloomfield Drive. Over to you.
Yeah. Tell
us about these amps and why everyone should buy them.
Good to see you guys. Bloomfield Drive is a new NAMM release for 2018. Really cool amp. It's a 2-channel amp with cascade and gain stage, and it has reverb in it. So overdrive with reverb is a popular amp for us, and it's going to do really well.
You said there's been a lot of work on the circuit, so there's not kind of like those quirky things that happen with reverb circuits sometimes when you go between like 2 channels.
Yeah, we have a new reverb circuit in it, and it kind of wraps around the overdrive channel. It works really nice, but always been irritated when I have a 2-channel amp and I click onto the overdrive channel, the reverb gets real splatty and kind of out of control. When I had a chance to play it yesterday, you could definitely feel that it was the reverb wasn't muddying up the sound either, was it? It's really you know, there in the background, or you can get it to be really in your face if you want it to. Yeah,
so
Bill Kernard did a great job on this amplifier. We were going to do this amp last year. We've been tweaking on it all year, trying to get it right. Just exactly where we wanted it.
And would you say this is probably like one of the higher gain amps of in the range, or? I mean, it's still like when I had the gain up kind of around about 1-2 o'clock, you could still hear everything really clear.
Yeah, you can get some serious overdrive out of it, and then you can click on the tone stack bypass and take these out of the circuit, and it gets pretty hairy.
But it's still got that thing on the clean channel, hasn't it? That's still got the 2-rock sound, absolutely. So I think it's definitely cool for someone who's perhaps had you know, a bit of a higher gain amp or something like that in the past, that maybe, you know, the traditional clean might be a step too far, maybe too much of a jump. So no, I really enjoyed playing through that one. So
it has our new transformer in it that has power scaling on it. So it's 4606, 100 watts, you can switch to 50, and then it also comes in a 46V6 combo that's 40 watts that you can switch down to 20 watts.
And that's the same transformer as the classic reverb. So you don't get that when you switch the power down. It doesn't change the feel, does it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't switch the impedance to the phase of the speakers when you cut it down into half power. And what's nice is then, because we're building this custom transformer, when it's at 100 watts, it's just bigger and has more of a shoulder to it.
Yeah.
It's a very pretty sounding amplifier too.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. I mean, I can't wait to get them in so we can turn them up. You know, we was getting told off by the sound police yesterday because you know, everyone's playing at 100 million volume level all the time.
They almost threw us out of here a couple times yesterday.
Oh well, I'm sure you can stick it to them when you need to.
Yeah.
So and then we've got the traditional clean. So this is kind of perhaps a little bit more, I guess, suited to the people that know the 2-rock sound, maybe.
Yeah, the big, lush, you know, large bandwidth pedal platform kind of amp. And same power scale, and it's 4606. Huge reverb. Some guys don't want overdrive. They don't want anything. They just want to get a pedal board, plug it in, and play their gig. And
so Doyle Bramwell's using one of these.
Yes, Doyle Bramwell's using one.
And what is Eric Johnson using?
The first 3 shows of the tour, he's using traditional clean for his dirty rhythm.
Because he did have the classic reverb. So.
He has a classic reverb, SIG also, and then pulled out the traditional clean that he just got from us, and he's been playing that one.
Yeah, I know. You're very humble, and you told me about all the stuff with Doyle and all that, but it's so cool. Like, Doyle Bramwell's one of my favourite guitar players, and every single post he's putting out there now, he's like, I love 2-rock amps, they're amazing. So
Doyle's a great friend of ours, and
great player to have playing the amps as well.
And he does the suede finishes on his amps also.
He's got one like this, hasn't he?
Yes, he does. He has one like both of them.
Oh, that's basically his rig, isn't it? Oh, he's got a 410.
Yeah, he has a 410 and a 212 with it.
And he uses the 410 with the traditional clean. Yeah. I got to try and get some tickets somehow to see him. I want to hear that in the flesh.
So this still has that nice high end where it's just compression, and it just feels good.
It's really easy, even though it's really clinical. Not clinical. That's the wrong word. It's really kind of bright and pure and open sounding, but it doesn't feel hard to play, does it? It's not like a lot of the pedal type kind of amps I find are, you know, sterile. It's just not sterile at all. It's got that really open, big, rich, clean sound. But even on the really cleanest settings, it's still got a great sustain. Obviously, if the guitar's good that you put into it.
I think that's the hardest thing when we're building amplifiers, is that feeling right. It's all about how it feels when you cushion the amp, that it pushes back at you, and it breaks into the right points. And
to get that clean sustain as well, you know, like always those old Stevie Ray tones, you know, when he was playing through the like the Dumble in the later years, like that stuff that used to play, like the clean stuff on like Wall of Denial and stuff like that, that big open huge sound, and there's just so much drive and everything going on, but it just sounds like there's no gain there at all.
You still have that string separation.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
Even if you have the saturation, you still want to have string separation and hear all of the frequencies.
I mean, and it helps that it's Stevie Ray, so there you go. But absolutely. So no, I think this is going to be a cool one for us. And you said this is available in the combo as well.
Yes. The combo, as I mentioned, is 4, 6, V6.
I bet that sounds really sweet.
Yeah, and you cut it down to 20 watts, so if you're playing at home or smaller clubs, you can crank it up.
Yeah. That's cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff at Peach this year.
It's going to be cool. I think it's going to be loud, that's for sure. So thanks for watching, and many thanks, Eli, and we'll look forward to the future.
Of course.
Cheers. Thank you.